this week it's been all about Deebo Samuel. They win a game, they score 38 points. The offense looks great. The next day, Deebo Samuel says he's not getting enough touches, as if the offense wasn't really freaking good the way it was on Sunday. So then yesterday, Kyle and George and Brock have to come out and be like, yeah, Deebo's right. We got to get him the ball. He's a playmaker. We need him. Okay. Do the Niners need Deebo Samuel to have this long-awaited breakout game this Thursday to beat the Rams?
I don't think it's a necessity by any means, and I don't know that it exists. I mean, if it's there, great, and it certainly would help. If Deebo all of a sudden turned into 2021 Deebo, 49ers got a really, really good chance to win this game. But I don't know that they can force feed him in hopes that Deebo is still there. I think they've got to let him operate throughout the course of the offense, and if he can make some big plays happen, great. And then if you feel like you need to feed the hot hand, great, but I don't think they should go out of their way to get the ball in his hands by any means. I think Kittle's doing fine. I think Jennings is doing fine. Obviously, you still want to be a run first style team. That's when you're at your best. Allow Brock Purdy to make plays with his legs. And I think if Deebo was going to be an asset in this game, if Garendo doesn't play, I know that we all hate that he lines up in the backfield, but it's like, man, Deebo, it's not like you're getting open when you're running routes. If you can somehow tap into that explosion that you once had and just be great for one game, it might be out of the backfield. They might need it more there than anywhere else. So I don't think that it's a necessity. I don't think they should force it. But if it happens, then yeah, I would say that there's a good chance they win this game.
Yeah, the problem with Deebo's breakout game is like all the defense has to do to shut him down is play man-to-man coverage and put a corner on him. If Deebo's playing wide receiver and he's matched up against an NFL cornerback and he's playing man-to-man coverage, you can't go to that matchup. You got to throw somewhere else. So that's tough. And teams have been playing a lot of man-to-man coverage against the Niners. Bears notwithstanding, understandable. They fired their coach, and I don't know why they showed up. Still mad at them. I picked them to win. What was I thinking? But the Rams are probably going to be prepared. Too, so. They're probably going to play man-to-man coverage. And that's why what you said, he might need to play running back in this game. That's really interesting because he's been so ineffective as a ball carrier this season. But if the choice is between Patrick Taylor Jr. and him, I mean, both guys are going to average like 3 yards a carry. So at least Deebo could give you something as a receiver. He can't beat cornerbacks anymore, but I think as a running back, if you could get him matched up on linebackers, the way that they did with Isaac Garendo and Christian McCaffrey down the field, it just might work. And I know they've tried it with Deebo before, but I'm with you on that. I think this might be the week where they can say, Deebo, you're the running back this week. Focus on running back. And we'll throw you the ball, but out of the backfield.
Yeah, I mean, can you imagine? I think if you give Deebo two-way goes out of the backfield, he'd be pretty effective against the linebacker in coverage. I feel like he can get open against that type of coverage. He's not.
I think he kind of needs to embrace the fact that he's a running back now, and I think that's his future in the league. You can't beat a corner. You can't. So improve at running back.
That's the way. Yeah, that's the way. Yeah. I mean, like I said, I don't want them to force it or feel like they have to force it. And it does kind of feel like the team is acquiescing to, oh, well, Deebo's upset. We can't lose him mentally. So let's just all prop up Deebo as if he's the best player on this team. And we really need Deebo to go be. It's like, no, you don't. And no, he's not. This is not a few years ago. If Deebo checks out mentally, then that's on him. You know, if he's a leader and he's a captain and you're worried about having to like prop him up in the media and make him feel better, everybody to a T. Brock's like, oh, he's like one of my best friends. I highly doubt they hang out off the field. I'd be shocked if they did. I don't think he's one of your best friends. I don't.
No, I don't think so. I just feel like Deebo knows that he's not going to be here next year, or has a sneaking suspicion. And I think that's where all this resentment comes from. You got guys like Lenore who just got extended. Purdy's going to get extended. They're giving speeches and galvanizing the team. And Deebo's like, yeah, but what about me? And I think that's what happens when you get a guy in a lame duck situation where he renegotiates. It's understood. If he doesn't have a big season, he's probably going to get cut. He's not having a big season. He knows where this is going. And all of a sudden you got this malcontent who's like kind of hanging over the whole team. It's rough. It's not what you need.
Yeah, and I do have to wonder, like, is this the first time he's addressed it? Like, if he's throwing it out on social media, is he saying it behind closed doors, or is this truly the first time and it's really not that big of a deal? Like, that's a possibility too. But I do wonder if they were to lose this game and he isn't a factor again, what is his mentality going forward? Is this
Yeah,
only
and that's why.
beginning, or can he keep it under wraps? Like, what does it look like?
Yeah, and that's why I also feel like Kyle is gonna try to get Deebo involved early because you already know he's like this close to checking. He's like he's not need him. You need him engaged, I guess. So you give him a touch early in the game. Maybe you start him at running back, make him feel like he's involved. If he has some early success, roll with it. If he doesn't, let it go. This is a must-win game. It's not about Deebo's feelings. He's not going to be on this team next year, most likely. If he can show up and help, great. You'll see that early on. If not, you got Jennings and Kittle. You can't get him the ball enough.
Yeah, don't cater to Debo's needs for sure.